Hello, my name is Paige Oliveira, and I'd like to talk to you about my experience being bullied. This is me and my papa. I don't think I was talking yet, but I was about 1 year old, and according to my mom, ever since I learned how to talk, I haven't stopped. And since I was the oldest, a lot of pictures were taken of me, and there's some with me and my sister. See, here's one right here. Look, we're adorable. This is the only time we ever hug, ever. Um, and here's one with me and my sisters at the beach. My sister's waving like the cute little girl she is, and I'm sitting there trying to look like a supermodel. Um, but I had always had a lot of friends, no matter where I was. I'm a military brat, so that means that my parents, or in some cases with other kids, both parents are in the military. But with this was my dad. He served 20 years in the military, and I grew up in three different states. I grew up in Orange Park, Florida, Beaufort, South Carolina, and the last place that my dad was stationed at was Lemoore, California. And I had gone to five different elementary schools, one middle school, and two high schools. So I learned the school systems very well. And I learned how to learn quickly. And I learned how to make friends very quickly and try to make those deep relationships. And I still have friends to this day that I still call up. I have one friend named Allie who I haven't spoken to in a while, but she's still my friend. And I just grew up learning how to have long distance relationships and make those relationships. And I always was surrounded by friends. When I got to elementary school in Lemoore, California, things were a little bit different. Um, but I still had friends. I finished out second grade at Acres Elementary and went to Neutra and met my friend Heather. And then in fourth grade, met my best friend Megan. And those two would stick with me even to this day. I made great friends there, and I had watched my friend Heather get bullied in fifth grade, and it hurt me to watch her suffer and to watch her go through that. And it got to the point where her mom pulled her out of school to have her be homeschooled because she was a little offbeat, my friend Heather, but I embraced weird because I was weird myself. And when I got to sixth grade, all the friends that I had made in fifth grade and previously weren't my friends anymore. I was a bit too weird for them. I had people call me diseased, fat, whale, lesbian, as if my sexuality mattered at that point. I don't think they knew what it meant. I honestly don't, or maybe they did and they were just trying to be mean. But I didn't understand what was going on, and my mom had gone to complain, and nothing was being done. Every time she went to complain, a teacher would say, well, maybe if she wore something other than dresses all the time, because I liked dresses. That was just me. I still love dresses. And I wasn't a girly girl, but I wasn't, I didn't like pants all the time. I still don't like pants all the time. And it was very hard to try to get any teachers to back me up. And a lot of times teachers would sit there and watch insults be thrown at me and nothing be done. I had one teacher sit back and watch as a sexual remark flew at me, and instead of taking action, they told the person to apologize, not realizing that that's sexual harassment. I was sexually harassed as a sixth grader, and a teacher sat there. That upset me so much, and every time I was insulted, every time that I felt like things were coming at me, it just hurt me a little more. And in April of sixth grade, I wanted to die. I had planned to commit suicide at the end of that day. And the suicide note that I was planning to write became a poem instead. It became my first published poem. I had written all the things that I felt, and I titled it Everyone Hates Me because I felt like everyone did. And after that, I felt a whole lot better. I didn't feel like the world was coming at me. I didn't feel like I hated myself. For once, I felt peace. For once, I had peace. And I entered that poem into a contest, and it got published. I didn't win, but it got published. Still, 7th and 8th grade happened, and I was still bullied, and I still was picked on. And I stopped talking a lot. I didn't want to talk anymore. The essence that made me me died. And I became more internal, and I became more of a writer, and I liked it. I wasn't drawn out of my shell until I reached college. Before, I had made surface level relationships, and that's fine, but you can't get by on surface level relationships. And in college, I joined a movement called Crew, which is a Christ-centered movement, and I rekindled my relationship with God that I had lost during 6th grade. And I began to be able to make those deep relationships again. I began to talk again, to share my ideas again, and to develop my writing more. I still love to write, and I'm glad that I lived to be able to experience these relationships. I'm glad that I came here.
I made this video to shine a light on how bullying can devastate somebody. It changed my entire personality, at least the part where I was outgoing and more extroverted. It changed me to be a little more introverted and a little more closed off. And I can only thank God that He helped me get out of my shell. To the teachers who told me that I wouldn't amount to much, I'm graduating this semester and I'm studying to be a teacher. And I hope to protect students better than I was protected. Because no student should have to go through 3 years of bullying without a teacher standing up.